looking into the videos. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this session. In this session, we will look into the data warehousing. What is a data warehouse and how it is used? What are the different aspects of the data warehouse? We will try to understand. So first thing is there is a difference between the database and a data warehouse. Okay, database is for the operation of the business. There are many databases. It depends on the organization itself how they want to have the databases. Most of the time they will have a many systems, and those many systems they are having because of the they have separate functional areas or the separate departments. And for example, sales department is there, production department is there, marketing department is there. So there are many departments, and every department might be having its own database for operations activity. So in order to carry out that particular business, they will have their own databases, and those databases are required for the operation of that particular functional area. Suppose if it is a sales, to carry out the sales activity, whatever the information is required, for example customer information, then product information, pricing, all those things are then orders, payments, all those things will be part of, excuse me, sorry, those particular system. And those databases will be having the particular functional area data. And the organization data is distributed in such databases. And data warehouse is the one place we get data from all the operation databases. Okay, so you can just think about the data warehouse as a master storage, where we have data from the complete organization at a different granular level. Okay, the granular level means most of the time it is like rolled up data. For example, to give the example of a rolled up data is, we have a sales department, and they have sales, many sales have happened, and they have the sales data in detail. Means with every customer transaction they know what is the sales that happened. So they will have a on a particular day, let us say there are 1,000 sales. So based on 1,000 sales we will have 1,000 records. What one of the data element you can have in the data warehouse is a rolled up data. Rolled up data is like, instead of having the all the details for the complete day, we will have a day and the total sales for that particular day, right? Just one data element of a date, and in that date the total sum of all the sales, that particular element will be, that is how it is rolled up. So you can roll up day wise, you can roll up week wise, we can roll up month wise, year wise. So these are the different levels of the roll ups that we can have in the data warehouse. And uh, what kind of a roll up is required, it is based on the what kind of a information is required for the top management to make the decision. And the data warehousing, it is used for the all the analytical purposes, to carry out the analysis. And what kind of a analysis is required, or what kind of a information the management want to see, the data elements or the data structure will be selected based on that. Data warehouse is an organized collection of a integrated. Okay, integrated is like, it will be getting the data from all the subsystems of a particular organization. And it is a subject oriented database. Subject oriented database is uh, uh, with certain strategy, with certain idea to support certain decision, we create those databases. Excuse me. Designed to aid decision support functions. So main yeah, reason for this is to support the decision making. And decision making, as I told you, decision can be made on the intuition, but intuition it is on the experience of the management team. But if that is supported with the the factual data or the data which is available historically. If it gives some insight, so that will help in making a better decisions. Data warehouse is organized at a right level of granularity to provide clean enterprise-wise data in a standardized format. This is done for creating reports. If there are any queries that the user of the data warehouse has, we can execute those queries. We can perform many analysis on top of that data. And data warehouse is physically and functionally separate from the operational and transaction databases. So I told you the operation databases and the transaction bases are required for running the business, and data warehousing is required for to support the decision making process. Creating a data warehouse for analysis and queries represents significant investment in time and effort. It has to be constantly kept up to date for the useful of that particular decision making process. And data warehousing offers many business and technical benefits. This data warehouse, the data should be kept up to date, because the kind of a decision it is making is dependent on the what kind of a data it has. If the data that is available is not up to date, the whatever the decisions or the patterns it is generating, analysis we are generating, that will not be up to date. Normally what is done is from all these transaction databases and the operation databases, the data will be constantly at a regular time, it will be getting moved to the data warehousing. Most of the time they will use nightly batch jobs during the night, when all the business is complete, when there is no transactions happening on the operations or the transaction databases, the data will be loaded into the data warehousing, so that it will have the up to date data. So this is done every day. It could be on a daily basis, it could be on a hourly basis. It depends on the what kind of a business it is. If the kind of a business that we are doing is having a very dynamic data, then the frequency of the data load into data warehousing should be frequent. If it is not changing relatively, then we can have a daily basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis. And data warehouse supports, as I told, it supports the reporting activity. Why reporting is required? There are various levels where we have to provide the information in terms of a report. For example, a top management might be interested in the sales report. Okay, the sales report is can be on the weekly basis, okay, on a daily basis. Okay, management will not be interested in a details of a particular day. It will be interested in only the higher figures, maybe like a quarterly sales is interesting for them. But if they want to drill down, there should be possibility in the kind of a UI whatever we are using or a dashboard, we should be able to drill down into the details. But what management would be interested in like a very top level information, quarterly sales or quarterly sales by certain region, certain country or certain state. Those are the different reporting mechanisms we require, and data warehouse supports that. And the other main reason that data warehousing is used for the data mining activities, and those data mining activities they be based on certain strategy, right? Based on that strategy or based on that problem statement, those activities, data mining activities will be carried out. So as I told you, data view enables the consolidated view of a corporate data, and all cleaned and well organized. So when we are loading the when we are loading the data into the data warehouse, we make sure that however to support the decision making, we will be keeping the data in that order only, so which will help in decision making. Before we load into the database data warehouse, it is all cleaned up and it is well organized. Well organized in the sense, the information is stored in a way that business wants, so that it can make a decision. These are the design consideration for the data warehouse. The data warehouse design consideration, it is the objective of the data warehouse is to provide a business knowledge to support the decision making that we already talked about. Main reason for the data warehouse is the to support decision making, and data warehouse also to serve its objective, it should be aligned around those decisions. It should be comprehensive, easy to access, and up to date. And those are the requirement of a data warehouse. And other requirements are it should be subject oriented. What is the meaning of the subject oriented? In order for the decision making to be very effective, the data warehouse should be designed according to certain subject domain. Okay, the subject domain will help in making the decisions. Then it is integrated, as I told you, there are many databases or subsystems that are available in the organization. It will get data from all the places, and it will have the integrated information. For example, the sales team is having a sales related information. Suppose we have a production team. The production team is having the all the production related information. Then if customer relation management system is there, CRM, it will have all the customer related information. So all that data will be integrated. When we have data together, then we can get a better picture. Then time variant or the time series. So the data in the data warehouse should grow on a regular basis. Either it could be a daily basis, or it can be on a hourly basis. As I told you, it depends on the what kind of a business we are talking about. And non-volatile, the data should be persistent. It should not be changing, because the persistent data will give a persistent and the consistent decisions. Data warehouse should be persistent, that it should not be created on the fly from the operations database. Thus data warehouse consistently available for the analysis across the organization over a longer period of time. And it should be summarized. As I said, we don't need a data at a detailed level. Example, sales data, we need the summary. Daily sales, monthly, weekly sales, monthly sales. So we want to have a rolled up data at a summary level, not normalized. You know what is a normalization word in terms of a database? Normalization, we don't want to have a redundant data. So that is why we do the normalization. So data will not be redundant. But in case of a data warehouse, we want to have a not normalized, means we will have the a redundant data. Why we want to have a redundant data? Because it will give a better picture, and also the query will run faster. When we have the normalized tables, in order to get certain information, we have to link a couple of tables. When we link couple of tables, then queries will run slower. If we are using it for the reporting purpose or the dashboards, then it will slow down the those queries, those activities, and the performance will not be good. So that is the reason we want to have the not normalized data. Then metadata, many of the variables in the database are computed from other variables in the operational database. For example, daily sales may be a computed field. The field of its calculation for each variable should be effectively documented. Every element in the data warehouse should be sufficiently well defined. Whatever the element that we are using in the data warehouse, it should be well defined. Means we should have a metadata for each of the element, how it is calculated. And near real time and or right time, data warehouses should be updated in near real time. In many transaction volume industries such as airlines, the cost of implementing and updating data warehouse in real time is very high. So that is why real time, near real time, or the real time is it's going to be very very expensive, so it is not used. What is used is a having a database updates on a regular time. Okay. So that is how the data warehouse will get updated. Data warehouse development approaches. There are two types of approach we can have for the data warehousing. One is the top down approach, and second one is the bottom up approach. So top down approach, in very simplicity you can understand, it is coming from the organization, looking at the organization at a very high level. So overall organization you can consider, you can have a strategy for the overall organization, and you drill down. So you will, in this case, what you will create is a first you will start with the enterprise data warehouse. In case of an enterprise data warehouse, you have all the data elements for the complete organization, and you drill down. In case of a bottom up approach, you start from the various department functional areas, and you build the systems for each of these systems, each of these functional areas, each of these departments, and you slowly start combining the data from each of these department, and slowly you go towards the enterprise data warehouse. That is the most practical approach. Top down approach is a very good approach, which will give if the organization has a very good clarity, then it can use that approach. So the top down approach is to make a comprehensive data warehouse that covers all the reporting needs of the enterprise. Bottom up approach is to produce small data marts. So when we are using the, for each of the department, when we are building, we call it as a data mart. And these data marts collectively, it will feed the data warehouse for the reporting needs for the different departments. So these data marts will be used for the different departments or the functions. The smaller data marts will eventually align to deliver the comprehensive enterprise data warehouse capabilities. The top down approach provides consistency but makes more time and resources. Bottom up approach leads to healthy local ownership and maintainability. So this advantage of this is like it will give you a very good view of the complete organization, but the disadvantage is the time of implementation is very very high. But bottom up approach, the implementation can be very quick or relatively faster, because you are going to implement it for the one department, then you will go to the next department, then you will integrate that data. The problem in this bottom up approach is the visibility, like, or the vision. If the vision is not proper, then later changing, suppose you want to have certain kind of a reporting, then if it is not thought about earlier, then it will be very difficult, because we have to change the data if the data mart is just one subject or one department or one functional area, then enterprise data warehouse, it is the complete enterprise, complete organization. And the why the data mart is used, it is the reporting purpose, and getting the insights for a particular department. In case of our enterprise data warehouse, it is used for the same purpose for the complete organization. And if you see, if you have the data mart, it is kind of a decentralized management, because every management has its own data mart, and they manage their own data mart. And enterprise data warehouse, it is a centralized management. Time required for the implementation, implementing a data mart, it is low to medium. Time required for the implementation of the enterprise data warehouse, EDW, is very high. The cost is relatively low in if you start with the data mart. And if you start with the enterprise data warehouse, the cost is very high, and the size data mart is smaller, and enterprise data warehouse it is large. In case of a data mart, we use the bottom up approach, and in case of an enterprise data warehouse, we use the top down approach. And if you see the complexity wise, data marts are less complex because it is focused on only one department, and the complexity is very very high in case of a enterprise data warehouse, where you have to have a very good knowledge of the complete organization. Having a good knowledge of a department is very very high, or a particular functional area, versus having a good knowledge about the complete organization. And technology wise, we can have like commercial systems for the bottom up approach. For having an enterprise data warehouse, we have to have a system which is of the industrial strength. So right now 1028, we'll see the data warehouse architecture, and there are different aspects of the data warehouse, like a data warehouse design, and how do we access the data warehouse, and what are the different data warehouse best practices. Those are we will look into the next session.